everybody. I'm here at Buggy Vineyard with Chris Hedricks, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his winery out here in rural Oklahoma. So, Chris, describe your business.
Well, it started as a winery, but I had to get grapes first, so it really didn't start out as a winery. It started out as a vineyard.
Okay, now for the people out there, explain to them the difference between a winery and a vineyard.
A vineyard, you just grow the grapes, and a winery, you process the grapes into a wine.
Okay. Why did you pick a vineyard / winery?
I always wanted acreage, even though this isn't that big. Acreage that was being sold, and decided to buy it for the purpose of putting a vineyard on it. And from there, putting the vineyard and getting it established, turning it into a winery after that.
Sounds like a lot of hard work. What's this journey? What's the time frame of this journey?
Oh goodness. I started, before I got this property, I started a year or so before I got this property in 2011 with 2.5 acres just west of here, and started just with vines, and I found out that I did not have enough room for the 2.5 acres. So I bought this property, and we transferred all the vines that were out there. We dug them up and brought them out here and planted them out in the field. And so it was 2012, I think, that we actually planted the first grapes in this area.
Wow. Now, how many vines would you say you have?
Oh, I have almost 1,500.
1,500. And how long does it take vines to ripen so that you can make wine?
Well, it depends. If you graft them, self-rooted or grafted, if you just plant them in the ground when they're young, it takes about 3 years at the minimum, and 5 years gives it a good substantial rooting to start making grapes, or making wine from the grapes. But the vines, it depends on what kind you get. If you get a vinifera, it'll take a good 5 years. If you get a hybrid, American hybrid, it'll take maybe 3 years, maybe 2. You want to get a strong trunk before you start growing the grapes.
Wow, sounds like a lot of hard work to get a glass of wine.
Well, once you're at full production, each vine should produce about 1 gallon of grapes, or 1 gallon of wine. So if I have 1,500 vines, eventually I should have 15,000 gallons.
Oh, wow. Let's come party here, people. What are some challenges?
Challenges. Ooh. Last year, I lost some vines to the frost, or maybe just not good for growing in Oklahoma, and that was the Chardonnay vines. And so you get a lot of problems with, I try to keep it as organic as possible, so I don't like to spray insecticides and pesticides, and you've got to do that. But I try to keep away from it. So in the meantime, they start dying if you don't do the proper maintenance on the vines. So last year I lost maybe 60% of the Chardonnay, and this year I've lost about 1% of the Cabernet Sauvignon. Wow. And that was to a different problem. And that was also to frost, but it was to black rot.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've done a lot of trial and error, and where that is comes knowledge. So you must be a wealth of knowledge out here at Buggy. Thank you, Chris, so much for letting me have a little bit of your time. I appreciate it. I hope all of you guys enjoy what you've heard. And if you have any questions about Blue Buggy, all of Chris's information will be posted below this video. And you can give him a holler. But of course, as always, if you have any questions or you want to be a part of my community out here, my contact information is below. Shauna Martin, Realtor.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try this.
Oh yeah, looks yummy.
This is actually a Norton or a Cynthiana, and it's a nice deep red.
Well, cheers to us.